Hello, I am Jonathan Crook, Print Technical Consultant for HP. In this training video, I will quickly show you how to set up color controlling with embedded job accounting in the FeatureSmart 4 or 5 firmware platform on our enterprise class devices. Depending on your model and firmware level, some features or buttons may not be available. Today, I'm using an enterprise class 6 series device with flow features running FeatureSmart 5.9. So if you've watched some of the other videos, you've learned how to set up embedded job accounting, but some of the most basics is just tracking or controlling color only while not worrying about black and white prints or copies, right? So we just want to tackle making sure that people are only printing color if they're allowed to and stuff like that. So I'm going to assume you've already set up some users and you've set up some basic embedded job accounting here. So this video is just going to show you how you kind of like control what the machine is controlling, right? We only want to focus on black and white, right? So we're going to go over here to general, and we have embedded job accounting set up, so that is tracking. And then we did enable local quota service here. And so when I go to local quota service, you can see here, I don't have any users. I'm going to show you how this plays out here. So one of the things that we added was the ability to say always allow mono printing, right? So that's probably the easiest thing. The first thing you're going to want to do is just allow mono printing. And the reason for that is because we don't want to worry about black and white, right? We only want to worry about color. And so the next thing is that from the quotas perspective, right, is again, I've got combined credits for copy and print. That way it's just black and color and then scanning and stuff like that. But what we're going to want to do is we're going to change the default of black copies to 999,000, right? We don't care about users and black and white again, but the color default. So every time you add a new user to the system, how many color prints or copies do they get out of the gate, right? And so you might say there's 50. What I'll do is I'll put in 100 here, and then I'm going to go ahead and scroll down, and I'm going to go ahead and hit apply. And now that I've applied that, I'm going to go back over to security, access control, and this you should be familiar with adding users through the other videos. I'm going to go to device user accounts and click on new. And I'm going to put in my information here, and I'm going to put in a PIN code, and I'm going to hit OK. So now if I go back over to general and local quota configuration, you will see my name now appears, but you can see I've limited 100 color prints or 100 color copies, right? So essentially what we're doing is we are requiring the users to put in a code when they're printing color, or they're requiring a code to copy color, right? So the next part is how do we make sure to lock down color copying so that it's tracked? Because by default, you can see here, guest and others are 0, right? So we want to make sure we're tracking color. So the last piece of that puzzle is to go into security, go into access control. And then what we're going to do here on the device guest permission set, and we'll have another video on permission sets later on here, where we're going to lock down the device guest. So in order to do color copying, they have to enter their PIN code. And so when you come in down here to copy and you have make a color copy, we are going to go ahead and lock that there, and we're going to apply that. And basically what that's going to do is it's going to, at the panel, lock down color copying. So if they want to switch to color, they have to enter their PIN code. So to show you real quick from the panel how that lock works and how it looks is I'm going to go ahead and go to copy, and you'll see here that it's defaulted to black and gray and has a padlock. So essentially we've locked down that guest password or guest. And so when we click on it, it's then going to ask us for the access code. And the end user will enter their access code, and then it will allow them to make color copies. I hope this has been informative for you. Have a great day.